What's up, Jasmy holders? Welcome to this new update video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the current price action. Are we bullish or are we bearish here? And what are the exact price targets that I am currently looking out for? I will talk about this and much more important stuff. I will talk about the short term, the midterm, a lot of important data points that you need to be aware of right now if you're invested into Jasmy. So let's get straight into it. First of all, of course, like the video, drop a Japanese flag down below in the comment section to show your support. And before we get into the actual Jasmy content, I want to issue a very important disclaimer and warning. As many of you have probably seen, there are a lot of scammers and impersonators out there, not just here on YouTube in the comment section, but also on platforms like Telegram, on X and on Instagram. They're pretending to be me, they're DMing people, asking for money or pushing sign-up links. Now let me be absolutely clear here, I will never ask you for any money, I will never message you directly, and I will never call you. Always make sure that you're following the official accounts, which you can find in the YouTube description down below or in my official YouTube channel homepage. Now, scammers are getting clever. Some are even using AI to clone my voice and slightly changing usernames to trick people, so be extra cautious out there. Unfortunately, I still get messages from people who have been contacted or even scammed by these impersonators, so this warning is very important. Protect yourself, stay alert, and make sure you're only interacting with my official channels. Starting off the Jasmy analysis here on the weekly time frame, so every candlestick is 1 week, and this price action goes back to May 2022. What is interesting, since May 2022 the price got supported on top of the range between 0.008 and 0.009, multiple weekly candles as you can see. Eventually Jasmy lost the support zone in September of 2022. That was literally continuation of the bear market, and then we had the first initial rally which started in December of 2022, another backtest of this previous support zone which then flipped into resistance. Huge pullback for Jasmy, another attempt, a double top, another huge pullback occurred after that back in May 2023, and then we had another huge impulsive rally for Jasmy which started in October of 2023 with higher highs and higher lows. We broke aggressively beyond the resistance which previously around provided massive resistance for Jasmy, and then we had huge rallies which occurred in 2024 and lasted until December of 2024, where Jasmy peaked at a price of 6 cents. Unfortunately, from that point onwards we saw a significant decline in the Jasmy price. We broke beyond a very important support zone which provided support from March 2024 all the way to October, and unfortunately Jasmy lost the support and is right now retesting this support as new resistance, I would say, and that zone is located between 1.5 cents all the way up to 1.8 cents. So that is right now the crucial zone on the weekly time frame to break above for the Jasmy price. It's super important that you understand the significance of this support zone between 1.5 and 1.8 cents, because basically since March we had support there going all the way to November of 2024. So for 245 days the Jasmy price got supported on top of this range. We broke below this range and we are right now seeing a retest as new resistance. The good news here is that Jasmy had a significant bounce from off this support zone. If I zoom out once again, and you can see the zone where we got supported at in 2022 and multiple rejections in 2023 is right now for the first time flipping into massive support for Jasmy, because we got a significant bounce back to the upside here on the weekly time frame. We're talking about a bounce of approximately 115% to the upside for Jasmy in literally a candle of 1 week, which is absolutely significant, and this shows us that there is definitely a lot of buying pressure going on. I'm going to show you that with the on-chain metrics as well, but if we focus on the technicals here, there's a pretty decent probability that the bottom has actually already been established for Jasmy with the weekly candle from the 7th of April at 0.008. I do not think that there is a high likelihood that Jasmy will break below this area. Yes, we could see some temporary, I would say, sell pressure in the short term, but eventually I do not think that this low is going to break for Jasmy, since the reaction back to the upside was so significant in a very short amount of time. However, we need to break above this crucial resistance area here to confirm a more bullish uptrend for Jasmy. Jasmy. So to be clear guys, as long as the price stays below 1.8 cents, we should stay extremely cautious. Whenever we break above 1.8 cents, preferably with a weekly candle, that is your confirmation that the trend has shifted from a bearish correction back into a new uptrend. And then I do believe that we are going to set new highs here in the rest of 2025. If we zoom into the daily time frame, then we can see that potential bullish market structure is starting to form here for Jasmy with higher highs and higher lows. But it's important that this trend remains intact for Jasmy in order for me to call more upside here in the immediate short term. There's also potential somewhat like an inverted head and shoulders going on here for Jasmy, but yeah, for that we need to break above that important 1.8 cents here to be golden and to see more continuation back to the upside. So what if we see more of a short-term cool-off or pullback for Jasmy? What are the support levels below the current price? Now first off, we got a bounce from off the 0.382 Fibonacci level at 1.32 to be precise. You can see that the price bounced from off this area. I'm not sure whether this is the local bottom here for Jasmy or whether we're going to see a more deeper correction before eventually continuation of the trend reversal to the upside, so just be aware of that. If we see more of a pullback here in the short term for Jasmy, the next support area to look at is 1.2 cents, and if we go even deeper than that, then we have the golden Fibonacci ratio around 1.1 cents for Jasmy. So yeah, these are the areas to look at. But yeah, for now the market structure starts to look very promising for Jasmy. To be clear, I do not think that there is a high probability that Jasmy will set a new low below the low from the 7th of April. But to confirm a more bullish trend, we need to break above 1.8 cents. Furthermore guys, if we take a look at some on-chain metrics, this is the liquidation heat map for Jasmy on the Binance exchange. You can see that almost all the liquidity is currently from short positions, so people betting on lower prices. And what price typically does is it goes against most traders and investors in the market. Sentiment is extremely negative, extremely bearish, and that is typically whenever trend reverses into the direction no one expects. And yes, since the majority of people in the market are currently expecting lower prices, I think sooner rather than later price is going to reverse to the upside and we're going to see that massive short squeeze, in other words a move to the upside. But just be aware, there is some tiny liquidity below the current price, so it is always a possibility in the immediate short term to see slight more downside before eventually that reversal back to the upside. If you want to trade this, simply just wait for confirmation above that important 1.8 cents before jumping into crazy new long positions. But yeah, the liquidation heat map definitely looks very bullish for Jasmy and for crypto in general. Now furthermore, if we take a look at the search interest for Jasmy on the Google Trends indicator with Jasmy as the search term in the past 12 months, then we can see that Jasmy's search interest has literally collapsed. Retail attention has vanished. There is almost no interest anymore in the crypto market, and that is visible on almost every single altcoin out there. You want to get into positions whenever retail is not interested, and you want to take profits whenever retail is very interested, as we have seen here in December last year. That was when Jasmy's search interest peaked, and had you took some profits back then it would have saved you a lot of losses here in 2025. Because if I zoom out here for Jasmy, then you can see back in December the price was around 6 cents and we had a huge correction, a huge shakeout, a correction of 86% to the downside. So this is definitely a metric to take very seriously. I also urge all of you to follow me over on X at steph_is_crypto with the blue check mark, because I'm posting these on-chain metrics, on-chain data and technicals on a daily basis over there. It's definitely valuable information, so follow me over there. But once again guys, be extremely careful, because there are a lot of impersonators, fake X accounts out there that will comment you, they will ask you for money. That is not me guys. Be extremely cautious out there. I also have a free Telegram where I also provide a lot of alpha that is completely for free, so also check that out. But continuing here with the analysis, if we take a look at Jasmy open interest, then we can see that open interest is extremely low right now. Retail washed out, smart money is loading up. Back in December when Jasmy peaked at 6 cents, you can see that open interest was extremely high, so a lot of leverage in the market. But right now open interest is extremely low, even lower than it was at the beginning of November last year, and that tells you a lot guys. This is a very good time to be invested in the market. Another interesting metric to look at is the highest inflow and outflow. So basically, what is smart money? What are the whales doing right now? And this is the data from the past 7 days. And you can see top exchange wallets see massive Jasmy weekly outflows. You can see that over here, heavy whale accumulation is going on. So yeah, the whales are definitely purchasing Jasmy here on the dip. I do believe that Jasmy is right now at a very nice discount, guys. I think that Jasmy is here to stay. I think we are about to see a very nice continuation of 2025. So if you're not already into positions on the spot market, or maybe with low leverage swing trade positions, I think right now is an excellent moment to do so. Smart money is definitely loading up, and I think that we are going to see continuation very soon to the upside for crypto and for Jasmy. So if you want to buy or trade Jasmy or any kind of altcoin, then definitely sign up to Weeks or sign up to Blowfin down below in the video description. Massive welcome bonuses up to 30k here on Weeks. It's literally as simple as signing up with an email, a password, and you're good to go within a few seconds. I use these exchanges myself. I hold some funds on these exchanges. It's always good to diversify among multiple exchanges and hardware wallets, of course. But yeah, if you're looking for a safe exchange to trade on, I would definitely recommend Weeks or Blowfin. Links down below in the video description. 0% trading fees, which is absolutely massive if you use my link down below. So definitely check it out. All the links are in the video description. Now continuing here with the analysis, if we take a look at inflation, markets now price in a 61.5% chance of a Fed rate cut by the 18th of June. You can see that over here, and this is actually very bullish for markets because more liquidity is more favorable for a risk on environment, bullish for crypto, for XRP, and for Jasmy as well, of course. So yeah, I think that the markets are going to price in that the Federal Reserve has to do something. Inflation is falling. You can see that over here. This is the Truflation US inflation index, 1.41%. So yeah, Jerome Powell is definitely under fire to cut rates, and that is in general very bullish for a risk on environment for markets. So you want to be invested right now, and I cannot promise you whether price is going to go up tomorrow or next week, but eventually I do think sooner rather than later we are going to see that huge reversal here in the crypto market. Since almost everyone is bearish, since retail has left, I think that this is the moment of opportunity. Okay guys, the last chart that I want to show you is actually Jasmy versus Bitcoin. I think this is an important chart to look at as well, and you can see that Jasmy outperformed Bitcoin basically since October 2023. We outperformed Bitcoin over 500%, which is massive, and then we had that pullback, and we are right now once again at cycle lows here against Bitcoin. So this is a very interesting, very nice range of accumulation. This is the area where you want to accumulate altcoins and you want to sell them at these peaks over here. But right now, as you can see, we are literally at bear market at cycle lows for Jasmy against BTC. So I'm extremely bullish. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you still holding Jasmy? Are you bullish? What are your price targets? Let me know down below in the video description. If you want to have access to my day trade signals, then definitely sign up to my trade signal group. The link is down below in the video description. I'm posting these signals on a daily basis, so yeah, definitely check it out. I want to thank you all for watching, for the support, and I'll see you very soon with another Jasmy update. Bye bye.